Nicky Hawkins outside Selhurst Park, West Ham Fan TV, post-match reaction. West Ham 3, Crystal Palace 2. You can take me through the starting lineup if you can.
Yeah, Fabianski in goal, Soufal right back, Diop Dawson, I forgot him last time, didn't I? Left back was Ben Johnson, Rice coming back in for Noble, so Rice and Souček, Lanzini, Ben Rama, Bowen and Mikel Antonio up top.
A strong team. They had a few out due to COVID.
Yeah, it was the team I was expecting. Rice straight in for Noble. Some people on Twitter saying Rice should miss today. I had to laugh at it. You can't leave Declan Rice out. No way. He's the best player we've got, so he has to come straight back in.
It was a bit more uncomfortable than it should have been in the end, Roy. It wasn't great at the end, but look, we got the points.
Yeah, points is all that matters at the end of the day, and the performances as well. You want to see a good performance, and when you're 3-0 up away from home with like 8 minutes to go, you don't want to be clinging on. But we rode our luck in the beginning. Palace hit the post early on. They had a couple of chances after that, but no, we controlled that first half. And some people saying, was it a bit? Did we deserve the 3-0 lead? I think we did. I really did. I know they hit the crossbar as well, but some great goals in the first half as well from our team. Antonio for he's first, a little tap in. Lanzini with a world-class goal. The take, the turn, the finish. It's what you want. We know Lanzini can do that. And it's brilliant to watch. When you see one of your players score a goal like that, usually you watch a Man City or someone like that and they score goals like that for fun. But when it's one of your own players and a player that's working hard and I think he has changed the team since he's come back in.
It was. I want to talk a bit about Manuel Lanzini because it took us a good few years now to get what seems to be the best out of him again. He had that injury. I didn't think he'd ever get back to best, but it looks like he's getting back to something of that level, which is strange. It took him a long time.
He looks confident, and that comes from what you've got around you. When you've got better players around you, you look at the teams that Lanzini's played in over the last few years. He hasn't had that much quality around him, but now there's quality all over the pitch, and he's got workers like Bowen around him, Declan Rice, Souček. So Lanzini's one of them players. You give him the ball and just let him do what he wants with the ball. He's got the talent. We know he can do it, and he's a great player. And we're starting to see the Lanzini that we thought we lost.
Yeah, I think he's really sort of reinvigorated the team. I know we had that loss against Southampton, but these two losses have really put us back on course. We now sit 1 point behind Arsenal. What can we do? We said get to the January transfer window in and around that fourth place. That's where we are.
Yeah. Listen, results apart from obviously Tottenham getting the late win, Arsenal losing today done us a massive favour. So we had to come here and get the 3 points to keep in touching distance. But as you said, if we can dip into the transfer window now, bring in a few players, with the squad we've already got, we're obviously losing Ben Rama to the African nations and Masuaku as well. Look, Masuaku come on second half. I must admit I was a bit worried. I do panic with Masuaku, and I thought that IU targeted Ben Johnson in the first half. That's why Johnson obviously got that yellow card and was probably taken off. I don't know if it was for an injury. But Masuaku started the half well, and in just the last 10-15 minutes when we really needed him, he started getting out of position. But look, Palace have got 2 late goals. The scoreline will flatter them a bit. People will look at that result and think, that was a close game. But first half, cruising 3-0. We cruising until the 82nd minute, really. We could have had another couple. And yeah, look, I'm just thankful for the 3 points. It's always good to come away from home and get the 3 points. And 4 goals against Watford, 3 here today. It's been a good Christmas apart from the Southampton result.
Yeah, we're starting to score goals again, which is what we was a little bit critical of, that we weren't taking our chances. We are taking them again now. But it's concerning the amount of chances we're giving up. Because if that's a better team, I think that
comes down to the back line, doesn't it? Dawson and Diop are a bit shaky together. Soufal looks a bit comfortable now than he was a couple of games ago. That left back spot's worrying. Ben Johnson's done well since he's come in, but as you see today, someone like Andre Ayew targets him. Ben Johnson gets it. But look, hopefully Creswell's not too far away. Zuma, I heard, is ahead of schedule, which is massive. And if we can dip into the transfer window, getting a decent centre back, then
who do we want?
Well, we've been linked with Tarkowski, Aki at Man City, which I can't really see us getting. He looks like the obvious choice, Tarkowski. So, I wouldn't mind him. I know he turned us down, but money talks.
In attack, we're still searching for that. What's the word? Elusive striker. We're still looking for a winger. Is Lingard coming? Is he not? What's going to go on?
Lingard's obviously the preferred option. We know what he done for us last season, and he's been putting cryptic messages on his Instagram of pictures of West Ham. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'd love to see him back here. As for a striker, we get linked with so many, mate. I can't even sit here and name them. You know,
Is there someone that you prefer though? That you prefer?
I'll be honest, I like the boy at Blackburn, the one who's been banging in goals. I think he'd fit in really well at West Ham. Is it Diaz, I think his name is?
Yeah.
He looks all right, yeah. You know, I wouldn't mind someone like him. But whoever, to me, we can sit here and name it's who David Moyes wants and who he thinks is going to come in, not upset the apple cart, not upset Antonio, because Antonio is our out-and-out striker. He's found a little bit of form now, but we do need a backup. We've been linked with Mitrovic at Fulham. I think that ship sailed about 4 seasons ago, you know, so there are a lot of names. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of names over the next few days, and it's going to be interesting January.
It will be interesting, but I'll tell you what we got to look forward to though is that the comments made by David Moyes. We're not ready for the transfer window. Is that concerning?
It's worrying when your manager say that, but I don't think any team's ready for it.
Though?
I don't know. Listen, I can't see David Moyes thinking that that's enough to get through the rest of the season with Europe and the FA Cup as well now. So there will be additions. It might not be as many as we want. If we get in 3 or 4 decent signings, I'll be happy with that.
Is that good enough though, Ryan? Like, you know, you get to this point in the season, you know, it might not be as many as we want. Should we? You know, we've been without a striker for a year now. Haller went this time last year.
Yeah.
Which is poor, you know. And you
thing is, though,
I don't like hearing managers and you know, boards saying, "Oh, we're not ready for it." It comes at the same time every year. You've got enough time to prepare. It's for me, it's concerning, but I don't think. You know, I trust Moyes.
Listen, we've been without a striker for a year now, but we're the 3rd top goal scorers in 2021.
Well, imagine if we had a...
Yeah, that's what I mean. So Antonio, for me, is who Moyes prefers, but we need that backup striker. We need someone that's willing to come in and play back up to Antonio and challenge Antonio. So, that's why David Moyes is paid the money. That's why we've brought in the chief scout. And we've brought in all these other people to identify these sort of players. And David Moyes likes to work with a small squad. As you said, you don't want to bring in too many people now and upset the dressing room and upset players like Bowen. And obviously we're missing Ben Rama for a month or whatever it is. But you've got Vlasic, who for me, if you start bringing in players, he's going to think, well...
What's the point?
What's the point? I'm giving it a go. I thought Vlasic done well when he come on today. There was that chance where he took it through 2 or 3 players. I'm thinking, pull the trigger, and he didn't. He's cut it back, and it was just too far for Antonio. But yeah, look, the only concerning thing for me today is the 2 goals and whether Mike's car's been clamped.
Yeah, it will be. Both are very interesting to look at tonight. But yeah. Look, we've got the FA Cup next. Is it a good rest in the Premier League? Do you want to rest when you're winning games?
Yeah, you want momentum going through because we play Leeds 2 weeks in a row, don't we? So, look, is the FA Cup important? Of course it's important. I think that we've got enough squad depth to go out there, and I can't see Leeds playing a strong team either. So, it's going to be interesting. I want to go through. I want to progress in the FA Cup, but... Look,
hopefully we've seen some new signings.
Yeah, we get some new signings in, hopefully make their debut in the FA Cup. You know, you'll probably see like the fringe players that usually play in Europe, Kroll, Areola, players like that. So, yeah, I just want to get these players back. The best news I've heard this week is that Zuma's ahead of schedule, and that's a massive boost. And if we can get him back around February time, yeah, I think we'll be all right.
Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match reaction. We'll be go and check out all the fan cams that have just gone up on the channel. They'll be available right now if you can. Obviously, we'll be building up towards Leeds. I'm sure Dan Dunn will watch along earlier, so go and check out the highlights of that. But yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, happy 3 points, and
hope you all
onwards and upwards.
Christmas, and we'll be back on Friday for Friday Night Pint, but we will have content all during the week. We'll be looking into the transfer window and all that sort of stuff, so keep your eyes peeled. If you want to join the Patreon, join it down below. You can check out our merch on our website. I think there's a merch shelf going to be here as this video goes up, so go and check that out. And one thing left to say, subscribe, click the bell notification. One thing left to say now. Come on, you irons.